What is up, everybody? Turboverse here today. So apparently, we got a post from a Sony fanboy who was actually going after Nintendo gamers. It's usually like the Sony guys against Xbox guys, but hey, I guess the Xbox guys get a break because he is definitely going after the Nintendo fan base. This guy is pissed about hearing about the Ghost of Tsushima upgrade. People talking about the upgrade, director's cut thing. And so he is going out the Skyward Sword HD collection, which is coming out this Friday, actually. He is saying people are actually paying $50 for this kind of Nintendo remasters and are super happy with that. But 10 to 20 bucks for Death Stranding or Ghost of Tsushima visual upgrades and entirely new content is too much and shows how much greedy Sony is. So this guy is fed up of hearing about the director's cuts, and he says Nintendo should get flack as well because they're bringing out this older game that came out on the Wii and charging you $60 for it pretty much for like enhanced visuals and I guess like to play on the platform because this was really originally on the Wii. We had to play with the motion controls stuff like that, but with the Switch, you don't got to use the motion controls if you want to. But he is tired of it. He's got the Nintendo fan base, so this is highly entertaining to read right here. To be honest, um, me personally, when I think about this whole Nintendo thing with the ports, I think Nintendo is pretty much going to do what they're going to do at this point. A lot of these games people didn't even play. Like this game, Skyward Sword, I didn't play this game either. So it's kind of scumbagish that they charge you full price, like $60 for this game. But I never played this game before. I heard this is like one of the greatest Zelda games on the Wii. So I'm gonna check it out. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna check it out, but I'm not gonna play it anytime soon because I have a huge backlog of games, a huge backlog of games right now. So I can wait on this game. And when I probably get it, when I get around to this game, it's probably gonna be a lot cheaper anyway. So I probably just wait, to be honest. But yeah, he does make a point. It's like, especially like with Game Pass and Xbox, and especially like with Game Pass, Xbox, these older games, when they get visual enhancements on the Xbox, this one's gonna be like a free upgrade. These companies are in charge of extra money if you play these games on Xbox with upgrades. So definitely kind of is a point. So I don't know. It's like, but these games do excel. These games do so extremely well though. So like, I'm pretty sure this game, the Skyward Sword game, is gonna sell a lot. I'm not gonna be shocked if this game sells a lot, does really well for Nintendo. But yeah, let's see these comments because people are definitely talking about this. Is there any platform that PlayStation gamers don't attack? Curious, are PlayStation gamers really that insecure? Yeah, the PlayStation guys, they go after everybody, bro. They go after the PC guys, they go after the Xbox guys, and they go after the Nintendo guys as well. They just go after everybody at this point. PC and Switch account equals don't stop talking about PlayStation. Both are greedy. No game's worth $70, which I kind of agree with. I'm not paying $70 for any game personally. No port is worth $50. I mean, the game is brand new. It's $60, but I guess he calls. I think he's saying. I think he keeps saying it's 50 over and over again because it's you get a Walmart for $50. I think that's why he's saying $50 when it's originally 60, but okay. And he says, ask for better. Excuse me, but Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is for real, worth every penny of those $70, and then some. The quality on everything is just stunning. I recently did a review of this Ratchet and Clank game. The game is great, but I wouldn't pay $70 for this game. If I were to pay 70 plus tax, I would have felt ripped off, to be honest, because I beat that game within the next day. So I did a video about that game too, so you can see that on my channel. Please don't compare PlayStation mediocrity to Nintendo's classics. PlayStation will never have a Zelda magnitude game top of this game for nearly 40 years. No, they have better games. Zelda Breath of the Wild and PlayStation tier list would fall in a mid-range, far from the best games on the PlayStation catalog. So like I said, it's interesting to see. It's interesting to see Nintendo guys go at it with the PlayStation guys. That's pretty entertaining. Because we don't really see that too much. All we see is mainly the PlayStation guys going at the Xbox guys. That's pretty much it. But definitely an interesting part of the console war as well. I'm personally buying all. I love video games too much to be picky about this stuff myself. Exactly what I was going to say. People will buy whatever they want regardless. Why are we always picking sides like it matters? At the grand scheme of things, it don't really matter. It's like people are going to buy what they're going to buy regardless. Different companies, different strategies. It's all good in my opinion. People turn a blind eye on Nintendo. Sony is the devil. Sony is evil. They charge money for great DLC. Keep in mind that not all Switch users had a Wii in the past, so for some, this is almost like a new game. I think I did have a Wii when this game came out, but I just never, like, I didn't, I don't think, I don't, well, I don't think, well, actually, I don't think I did have a Wii when this game came out, but Yeah, a lot of hardcore gamers weren't into the Wii like that, to be honest. I think the Wii mostly sold to people who had like mostly people's grandmas and like their like aunts and stuff like that. Because I know my aunt, she had a Wii and she don't even care about video games, but she had a Wii when that was popular, so for the Wii Fit game. So yeah, I didn't have a Wii back when it was popular, so I never got a chance to play this Skyward Sword game. So I think part of the problem is now the PlayStation and Xbox are x86 based and are backwards compatible. These upgrades are free, where I can insert a disc into my Switch and play that same game. I get what you're saying about money, but I think this is a factor we're now seeing. Okay. It's only by that if this more effort was put into the port. They had 3D Rumble, yet it isn't being maximized at all. There wasn't anything done for the assets at all. Hell, this theory would be more reasonable if they had charged 40 or 30. Nintendo is charging full price. Yeah, I guess a more reasonable price would be like 30 or 40 bucks, to be honest. But it is what it is at this point, man. It's like Nintendo. It's like I guess a more reasonable price would be 30 to 40 bucks, but Nintendo can get away for charging 60 bucks, and the fan base is pretty much gonna buy it at that price. I haven't seen a Nintendo fan talking bad about a lower video game from another company. Whilst I agree with that point for Skyward Sword is a bit steep, let's not forget that it's a great game from 10 years ago. It was on a console that had a smaller console base than the current gen and is classic well franchise. Same energy? Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch OLED. That is pretty funny. It's literally the same picture of the. That's pretty much saying like Nintendo Switch OLED ain't that much of a difference between the Nintendo Switch. It's pretty funny. Nintendo doesn't even know how to do remasters. Why would you waste the money and resources for remaster or remake when the stupid fans can buy anything? LOL. People keep rewarding Nintendo for their mediocrity, so there's no reason to change. Like the Switch OLED, for example. Many Nintendo fans were hyping it up, believing it would give them 4K graphics. They show it, and all that it was an OLED screen and minor improvements for 50 bucks. More than a current one. They will be going to buy the OLED. It's a slightly less blurry, well worth the 50 bucks. So these guys are definitely going in on Nintendo fan base. Like, this is pretty wild. They only care if it can be used as ammo for their side of the console war. I pre-ordered all three SSHD, Death Stranded, what is the DC one? Oh, Director's Cut. And I want to pre-order the game Ghost of Tsushima PS5 version of Director's Cut, but it's not on the digital store yet for whatever reason. Okay. I was always convinced that renders level or blur that game suffered from artistic direction. To make it look like water paintings or whatever, now I realize it was the Wii limitations. That console had Uber-esque graphics. I'm fine with both Skyward Sword, which dragged down by its motion controls and tedious game design. It seems like they remedied a lot of that. I mean, the Skyward Sword remaster is worth it now, but I don't know why people are still mad about the director cut things. Nostalgia justifies the bare minimum Nintendo does. I don't understand how either remaster is acceptable. People should vote with their wallets and simply not pay the money. Then the companies will learn that they have to put in more effort to get consumers' money. Alas, that's a pipe dream. Anyway, I don't see much difference from the Zelda remastered. I am a PlayStation player and can say that both practices are S. So you're saying both Nintendo and Sony practices, their recent practices are pretty crappy. Okay. These Nintendo remasters are real cash grabs. They're both ripoffs. So at least some people are being honest. Like people are like I said, like they both are some ripoffs. But Nintendo and Sony's doing is both ripoffs. This is a shame. Nintendo are scammers. Nintendo's users are happy to be scammed. Nintendo doesn't do remasters, they just port games out any improvements and charge more for them just because they're scumbags. He says, truth. Both Nintendo and PlayStation are greedy bastards milking their fans. Both are trash. Stop trying to justify Sony director cuts. If they were worth it, you wouldn't be here trying to convince people. The reason why we are getting so many of these is because people stand up for this crap. Okay. See the quote tweets. Yeah, even when you look at the images don't look that much of a difference. Like, it really doesn't look that much of a difference when you do actually look at the comparisons. with the remaster. You see, we're speaking different languages now. Skyward Sword Wii can now be played on the Switch. Death Stranding and Ghost of Tsushima can be played now on PS5. This is the first time I see Defend charging for backwards compatibility upgrades. I imagine that this is how Xbox Live was normalized as well. Yeah, they're a bunch of clowns too. Me enjoying all these director cuts, remasters, remakes, and HD updates regardless of platform or price. So you just don't care, you just buying everything, huh? Yeah, these people are speaking different languages. He says this is unacceptable. Terrible game as well. Yeah, so these Sony guys are getting fed up. They're saying, hey, y'all are some hypocrites. Talk about Nintendo as well. And when you look at these images, it's not that big of. I mean, this one's kind of blurry, so this one is a little bit blurrier, while this one is more focused. It's more crisper. Yeah, so these pages are the Switch version is definitely more crisper. So you could definitely see a difference. Like I can see the difference. Like the Wii version is like more blurrier. Yes. Yeah, so it's like it is what it is. Most people haven't even played this game, to be honest. Like most people, like when the Wii was real popular, it was real popular for like the real casual games. Like, well, a game like this probably didn't sell. I don't think it did. I don't think it had really high sell numbers. So who knows? So I think this game is gonna sell very well. To pretty much conclude this, I think this game is gonna sell extremely well for Nintendo. We can call about the hypocrisy. Nintendo probably, if they were being fair, they probably gonna charge like $30 for this, to be honest. But people are gonna buy it at 60, so it is what it is. It's like if they can get 60 for it, they're gonna try to get 60 for it because people are gonna pay that price. But definitely want to see your thoughts about this down below. Between the Sony and Nintendo going back and forth with each other. Sony fanboys and Nintendo fanboys go back and forth with each other. Let me know your comments down below. Leave a like if you like this video. And as always, thanks for watching and peace.